I'm Lonnie Everett, UAW Region 9 Service and Rep for the local 2300 here at Ithaca, representing the Cornell negotiations. So the size of the workforce here that are going to be impacted by this contract is approximately 1,200 folks spread out over 30 miles. As far as the radius is concerned, roughly 200 buildings, 200 time clocks. We have members who are in Section 8. We have members who can't pay for ADA updates that they need to as far as their family is concerned. It's important to try to get these GWIs passed. GWI is a general wage increase. If we're looking at the first year, we're asking for a 20% increase. The second year, we're asking for a 10% increase. The third year, we're asking for a 7.5% increase. And in the fourth year, we're asking for a 7.5% increase. Management's response to that was essentially 4%, 3%, 3%, and 3%. So that's what they offered as a response to that proposal. So they countered with something that was even less, again, than what they offered in 2022, which was already turned down by the majority of the membership in 2022.
Hi there, my name is Louise Brerin. I live in Locke, New York, and I'm a custodian at Cornell University. I do like the job because it's a physical job. And people don't think custodial work is a physical job, but it is. We do a lot of snow removal in the wintertime. We're up at 5 o'clock in the morning and we start our day. It's a big rush during the whole day just to keep up because student population keeps growing, but the custodians don't keep growing and neither does the paycheck. I'm making it's $20.80 some an hour.
My name is Wentz Valentine III. I'm the Region 9 Political Director. I'm also the Retiree Director. And what I do is basically in charge of engaging our politicians, making sure that we endorse and we support politicians that hold our values. We're not beholden to one political party by any means. So we're taking the same approach that we took with the stand-up strike with the big three auto plants. And we're trying to take that to every location that we have in the UAW. So Cornell's not unique. We're trying to have that same game plan. And we've engaged the politicians, we've engaged the communities, and we want to tell our story. And where the politicians can help out is they can make calls to the institution and say, hey, you know, you really should be taking care of our people. Not only do they work for Cornell, but they live in the area. And a lot of these people have 2 and 3 jobs because Cornell doesn't pay a living wage. And they have a $10 billion endowment. They have the money to pay a living wage. And that's all we're asking. Nobody's asking to get rich on the UAW standpoint. That's not what our contract asks for. Our contract's asking for fair pay. We like COLA, cost of living allowance, so that we, as products get more expensive, as inflation goes up, our wages stay the same with cost of living.
Like our job, but how are we supposed to like our job and make sure that your children who come here have a good experience if the workers who are here are having a real shit experience and having to literally live paycheck to paycheck? That trickles down to your students. That trickles right down to them. And they deserve the best experience here at Cornell, and they're not really going to get it if we are not in a good spot as the employees.
That's right.
Hello, my name's Isaiah. I'm a dining worker, Cornell dining worker. Been here for about 3 years. And we've been covering multiple positions. Right now, at the unit that I work in, a cafeteria, there's about 5 positions that are open and that we're actively preparing meals for without those workers. Even if it wasn't extra work, we should be able to be paid a fair wage. $22 is not enough. And we're talking about the ability, like living wage would be the ability to actually save money and actually do activities outside of work. I can't afford to live downtown if I want to live by myself.
My name is Daniel Vicente. I'm the director of UAW Region 9, which encompasses Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York State. Our workers are facing extremely high rents, and the university is trying to pass the buck off to issues that they say are outside of their control, but that's not completely true. If you paid a living wage in the area of which you employ people, it wouldn't be such an issue.
My name is Brian Nance, and I work at Cornell as a custodian, building care. Been here, November be 3 years. Originally from the city, I got here about 2019. Only reason why I'm out here is because I feel like I should be a part of a voice to us just getting a fair pay. You know, especially with the wages. I think, you know, honestly, we should be able to benefit without having to work 2 jobs. Like, I don't have any kids currently yet, but I feel for people that, you know, honestly, you got to work hard here and then maybe go to a second job and you have kids. You know, I think it's too much for, especially a great college like Cornell, honestly. You know, they have a good history and things like that. So I really feel like they could do better by us, you know. Obviously, Cornell is a big university here in the area, and they're probably the biggest thing around here, you know. So the ripple effect of it is like if we get paid properly or where we can afford to even, you know, have a good living, it ripples down to the community where they get paid because, you know, honestly, like myself, I do all of my shopping down here. You know, it's convenient. You can't afford certain things downtown if you can't even get paid properly, if you understand what I'm saying. Like the living wage, if the living wage is a lot better for us, then it affects the community, helps the community because we're gonna be buying, you know, giving it back, you know. So it kind of is a 360 type thing where it helps each other, you know.
Some of the other things that the membership has demanded, no tiers, get rid of the tiers. We're doing this across the board. We worked on that in auto last year. We have a lot of progress to make as far as other negotiations are concerned. Cornell should want to get rid of the tiers. They should want every worker to be on the same page. People doing the same job and getting paid less money is not the business. Cornell's response to that, no movement on the tiers, refuses to make movement on that issue as it stands right now. No cost employee parking. I mean, what type of shit is that? You make your employees pay for the parking, you pay them, and then you take the money back in the cost of the parking itself. Cornell was a no on eliminating the cost to employees to pay for parking. As you can see behind me, there's a good history of what the workers are looking for, but also what Cornell's story looks like when it comes down to them being able to afford to take care of workers, especially in the same manner that they take care of their administrators.
They're being disrespectful at the table, frankly. The counter proposals that they are putting out to us are insulting and reflect to me an unwillingness to listen and an arrogance of, frankly, which is very reminiscent of like the upper class looking down on the working class. Basically, I'm here today in my capacity and my role to try to start ratcheting up the pressure and to remind this university that, listen, we don't want to shut it down. No workers want to go on strike, but if you want to fuck around, you can find out. We're just trying to rally the troops and get people on the campus to understand. We're formulating a plan to start messaging to the parents of the students on campus our demands and what we're asking for. And, you know, we're having all sorts of conversations about tactics. Like, do we have to target move-in day? Do we have to try to disrupt operations on this campus as much as possible? That's up to you, Cornell. That's up to you.
The 18th is the deadline. The 18th is what we are looking at. That contract should be resolved. We've looked at the data that Cornell has provided us. The data tells us that Cornell can afford the package that we've laid on the table, and there's no reason not to do it, especially when they've sat there and told us that they understand the concerns of the members, and they understand that the members are the backbone of their institution, that they care about their members. So what you can expect to see from us in the upcoming weeks leading up to the 18th is more actions, more negotiations at the table, more updates on what's taking place in a response to those updates as we get closer to that deadline and we're not receiving the things that we need to receive. Now, when we start to make progress, real progress at the table, that's a different situation. We'll see about backing off.
Hopefully we can come to a negotiable thing where everyone's happy and satisfied. We'll move on from this, you know, because the kids are coming and, you know, we just want to be able to help and support, but you can't do it if you're not feeling comfortable with what you're getting, you know.